Trump's director of national intelligence is Tulsi Gabbard. She just issued a pretty frightening warning. Take a look.
A single nuclear weapon today could kill millions in just minutes. Just one of these nuclear bombs would vaporize everything at its core. People, buildings, life itself. This is the reality of what's at stake, what we are facing now. Because as we stand here today, closer to the brink of nuclear annihilation than ever before, political elite and warmongers are carelessly fomenting fear and tensions between nuclear powers.
I mean, highly produced, wasn't cheap to make. It's your money. So what is this? Is this propaganda, or do we have something that we should be worried about that she should be putting into a lot more specific tones than just a little movie trailer, all right? And it took me to the issue of what do we know about nukes and how they're practiced, okay? Nuclear testing is something we never talk about, and it can be fatal, not just for people right now, but it can have lasting damage. So a buddy of mine happens to be doing a documentary about this. 67 Bombs to Enid. Enid is a place that has experienced this and now is having generational effects. Tracks victims of nuclear testing in the Marshall Islands in the decade after World War II. Here's a clip.
I saw that testing, very, very bright thing. I thought it was some kind of lightning, but it's more than that. And after that testing, it's actually changed the life of the people.
Co-director of the doc is Kevin Ford, my friend, and he joins me right now. It's good to see you, Kev.
It's great to see you, man.
So Tulsi Gabbard gave us a peg for this. And what do you make of her warning, and how does it connect to the message of your film for people?
I agree with the warning. I think that it's one of the greatest existential threats we're facing right now on our planet is nuclear weapons, and the use of them or the misuse of them, the mishandling, accidents are just as dangerous as the intentional use. And as we saw, as you pointed out, in the Marshall Islands, from 1946 to 1958, the United States detonated 67 bombs in these islands just to see what would happen. The results were devastating, and the radiation continues to this day. Generations of people since then are still dealing with incredibly high levels of radiation, diabetes, heart disease, and it's caused a lot of sickness. And one of our reasons we wanted to make the documentary was to get out of the politics of it, to show the human face of what happens when these weapons are used. It's not conventional warfare. It's something far more perverse. We're talking mutations in babies that are being born now who are still from the islands. And our film chronicles people who came from the islands and are now living in the prairie in Oklahoma. And these effects have followed all the way into their new life. And we're hoping that the film at least makes people aware of that.
What surprised you in the making of this film that took it in a different direction?
Well, along with my partners, Brandon BOMBS and Ty McMahan, who formed relationships in the town of Enid well before I was even on the film, we found that the Marshallese people had such an incredible, resilient spirit, a spirit of love, pride in their culture. And despite having lived through this nuclear trauma, as you can see in these images, they are people that are proud of who they are, of what they are, and they are fighting to keep their culture alive. And that was something that was surprising to me. It was not a tone of animosity and bitterness, but of progressive moving forward. What do we do with the trauma, and how do we convert it and to hold on to our heritage, but also formulate a new life?
And there's a respect for their legacy in the current context with you making this film now, because this weekend, the administration here in America is entering into the next round of talks with Iran. And of course, the focus is nukes and not letting a despotic, theocratic regime like what's operating in Iran right now get access to something like this. But the process of testing is also going to be on the table again, and this will be a reminder of what that means, even at the minimum.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember, as recently as May 21st, the United States just launched a long-range missile capable of carrying a warhead from California, from Vandenberg, to the Marshall Islands. So it's still going on. I mean, this is very real, and you're absolutely right. It is not being talked about. And I'm not sure why that is, because it's something that will affect all of us on either side and across all geographical lines. The use of nuclear weapons anywhere affects everyone everywhere.
Well said, my friend. I'm not surprised that you're making this film. You were in the business of putting passion to purpose. The film is 67 Bombs to Enid. You want to learn more, I'm sure. Go to Kevin's Instagram page at 67 Bombs to Enid, and there'll be more information there. The film is going to be at the Dead Center Film Festival in Oklahoma, June 12, but there's going to be a lot more reach than that. Go to Instagram and you can find out, because we'll be living the legacy together. Kev, God bless. It's good to see you, brother. Be well.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course. We'll be right back.